Well, hello. I am on Vancouver Island. My renovations are done. You probably already know that, but I'm very happy about it. I've been done for a few days, but I also then had a bunch of chores to do. I figure since my time on the coast is limited for the foreseeable future, I had to spend this fine evening out enjoying the lush forest, go for a little walk. But I've been out savoring the forest because over the next few weeks, I'm going to be visiting some of my favorite places on Vancouver Island and savoring the wild West Coast beaches before embarking on a new adventure. Yeah, I've just been taking it all in, all the different trees. These trees right here are arbutus trees. I mention them every time I'm around them. They're my absolute favorite. They're like my soul tree. I was very grateful to myself that I had taken this time to slow down and really enjoy the forest because the next day I noticed a pretty significant amount of blood in Frank's urine. He'd been waking me up in the night the past few nights to go out and pee. I didn't really think anything of it, but unfortunately, even the emergency vet couldn't take him unless it was life or death because of major staffing shortages. So I decided that the best thing to do was to drive him an hour and a half north where he could get into the next closest emergency vet to try to figure out what's going on. So we got here about 5 hours ago, and 3 hours ago Frank got to go in the back. I'm not allowed to go with him. I was waiting inside so I could be closer to him. But then I got really hungry and I'm really tired. It's been a long day. So I'm going to try and get some sleep, wait for the doctor to call me. The longer this goes on, the more concerned I get. But it's easier to wait out here, as it turns out, than inside, because inside I could hear Frank from time to time, and it's also hard to know that other people are being told that their dog's not making it. So yeah, I'm going to try and get some rest because I do want to drive back south whenever we get out of here. After a very long and tiring night at the vet, I finally heard from the doctor, and unfortunately his urinalysis was not as definitive as I would have hoped. There was a bunch of stuff going on, but one of them was bacteria, so they decided to put him on antibiotics, and in the short term, that really seemed to clear everything up. I thought we were going to be all good and that the problem was solved, and so we went on with life as normal and headed out to the coast to enjoy some recovery time at the beach.
Well, hello, good morning. It is a little windy, so if you're seeing this clip, it means my microphone is doing its job, which is exciting. But before we go too far, I got a haircut yesterday in the city before leaving. I didn't go in with a plan or anything. I just wanted like all the crap off the ends. It was so fried. It feels a little short, but I like it. It's a little crazy in the wind, but yeah, it's a big change. Lots of big changes in life recently, so just working on getting more comfortable with that. Always, it's endless. There's always more comfort to be had in the uncomfortable. So, Frank's in bed, cozy in bed. We had a nice night out here watching the sunset, so he's cozy in bed, and I'm out for a walk on the beach. It's really nice. So I was just coming to set up a shot of me on that log, and I found 20 bucks on the ground. Awesome! It's the first day of autumn. Today's the equinox. I'm gonna have a whole autumn equinox thing, but I think this is a really good sign for today. That's nice any day, but it feels a little extra special today. So took that away. Nice. All right, so real quick before we check in with Frank, I want to take a moment to talk about today's sponsor, which is Skillshare. If you've been around here for a while, you know that I love developing my skill set and learning new things and growing in all aspects of my life. It's something I also find really helpful when I'm going through kind of heavy times where I have a lot on my mind or on my heart. I find it really helpful to shift my focus to something that's a bit easier to deal with, such as learning new skills. So recently I've been finding it really helpful to kind of expand the ways I document my life, because I do want someday to tell the story of me and Frank and our life together. So I found this class on Skillshare by Nathaniel Drew called Document Your Life: 4 Methods to Live More Intentionally. And it explores a concept called intentional documentation, which is an alternative to autopiloting your way through life. I'm naturally drawn to documenting my life, and I find it helps me cement memories better, as well as seek out experiences that are more memorable. So me and Frank have a lot of memories because this is the way I've lived, and I have found it very helpful to explore different ways of documenting my life and try to weave those into not only my personal life, but also my creative life here on YouTube and through photos and writing. So for those of you that aren't already familiar with Skillshare, Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes available. Classes on Skillshare are designed to learn by doing. They last between 40 and 60 minutes, although I tend to have a habit of taking the longer classes. And there's a class project with each where you have the opportunity to receive feedback from the teacher and the community on your work. And there are over 900 new classes being added every month, so you will always find something new to learn. You can now take this course for free by using the link in the description box. You'll also receive unlimited access to tens of thousands of additional classes for 1 whole month. So yes, I hope you will give Skillshare a try. Let me know how it goes. And now back to seeing how Frank is doing. Good morning, Frankie. Did you have a nice sleep in? Yeah. We're gonna have an awesome day, bud.
Franklin, thank you for being so patient during renovations. There you go. So I'm at a provincial park here, and I chose this site because it's like well bushed in on that side, and everyone always like parks like perpendicular to the road. So it's like you can see everything, but I always like park and like use my van as like a big shield. So like the road is on the other side of my van, and then I have like this semi-private space where like only people on that side could see me. And then I'm not like so much feeling like I'm in a fishbowl, like people walking by and driving by. So yeah, I don't know why like more people don't do that, but yeah, I prefer to like try to orient myself to have maximum privacy. It's gonna do some autumn equinoxy things, probably some cleaning around camp, just hang out and stretch and snuggle with Frank and stuff, and then go spend the late afternoon, evening down at the beach. Frank, do you want to go to the beach? Yes, I brought snacks for you. Got my art supplies so I can draw and paint. And I got 2 blankets. I'm gonna go find a nice place to just hang out, spend the entire rest of the day, watch sunset, just relax, enjoy the sun. It is a beautiful day. It is very warm and sunny. Just a very nice first day of autumn. We've moved camp. I had a nice sleep in this morning. I'm feeling so rested. I made coffee, drove like 15 minutes down the road, and we set up. I set up the moonshade because it was drizzling, and I have all this extra stuff here that like will not live in my van full time, but I needed it to finish my renovations, and eventually it will go back in my storage locker. I didn't plan to get up early, but then I was dreaming about rebuilding a house, remodeling a house, renovating. And I'm done renovating, so I woke up. I was like, no, I'm not doing this even in my sleep. I got up and it was nice. It was just getting light out, so I left Frank in bed. He's nice and cozy and came down here. I also wanted to scout the path down for him. There's a lot of steps. So I'm going to have to put on his harness and help him down when we come down later.
Did you have a nice sleep in? I found the perfect spot to take you down to the beach. Do you want to come outside? It's Frankie's first trip out in his harness. I always knew this day would come, but it became very apparent a few months ago that he was going to soon need help with steps. So mostly we try to avoid steps, but this beach, it's a nice sandy beach. He's gonna have a great day, but I'm gonna have to help him down there. So thankfully I bought him a harness a couple months ago. We can do just that. Nice, bud. Look up, look up, look up. Frank, did that wave just absolutely pummel you? Yes, I'm so proud of you. You were under the ocean. I'll pour you some fresh water. Well, I chose to sit up for the day by this shelter someone built thinking Frank would want to lay in the shade. But as it turns out, he is happy to lay in the sun. And I feel like I've had a bit too much sun. So I've come in here to just wait for the sun to dip a little bit. Because I do want to stay until after sunset. But I was starting to feel a little queasy, so I'm gonna drink some water and just enjoy the sound of the waves.
So at this point in time, I'm still believing that whatever was wrong with Frank was better and that he's in the clear. And the whole emergency just really made his age and his not being immortal very apparent in my mind. So I was pretty grateful to have this time at the beach to unwind and relax and just savor time with him. And he sleeps a lot, so I spent a lot of time watching him. And in the coming videos, we go on some pretty awesome adventures together, make some really good memories, and a lot of that time together I did actually not really film. And he started to have issues again, so at the time of putting this video together, he has an appointment booked with a vet. We're gonna get further testing and look into this, but it wasn't as simple as a UTI, and I don't know the answer right now. So when I do, I'll let you know. But yeah, it'll be a couple of videos till you hear anything about that, and if I decide, I'll just make a community post. But I hope you enjoy the rest of this relaxing beach content and a cute clip of Frank to send you off on your way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.